During the development of the educational guide, the creative team designed unconventional methods for processing inset pockets, which are commonly used in skirts. The first pocket I want to introduce is a pocket with a shaped slit on the main part. You can see this type of pocket on a straight skirt on the front panel. As well as on a skirt that flares out from the front panel. This technique can also be applied to a cone-shaped skirt. By changing the angle, this pocket with a shaped slit can be adapted for different designs. For this, specific cutting details are required the main front panel, where the placement of the lining and the pocket from the main fabric are indicated, as well as the upper pocket lining, reinforced with adhesive, with the pocket slit line marked on the main fabric, typically in a contrasting color. The lower pocket lining is aligned with the markings on the main panel. The upper pocket lining is placed face-to-face with the main fabric and stitched along the pre-marked shaped line. The slit is cut between the stitching lines. Stopping 1 millimeter short of the corners. Then, the lining is turned to the wrong side, the edge is corrected, and pressed to form the shaped pocket opening. Next, the lower pocket lining is folded back and stitched along the edges with a seam width of 10 millimeters.
Обробка кишені прямокутної форми, яка імітує накладну кишеню. Для обробки цієї нетрадиційної прорізної кишені необхідні
The seam allowances are overlocked, and the pocket is finished.
переднє полотнище або заднє полотнище. В даному випадку, на прикладі, у нас заднє полотнище спідниці, на якому вказане місце розташування обшивки. Обшивка з основного матеріалу, але контрастного кольору, яка дублюється клеєвою прокладкою.
The second technique involves processing a rectangular pocket that imitates a patch pocket.
Лініями згину і підкладка кишені. Верхній край накладної кишені запрасувати по наміченим лініям, так, ось підвернути, запрасувати, і застрочити, прокладаючи строчку на
The cutting details required for this pocket include the main front or back panel.
Тепер обшивку вкласти на основну деталь по розмітці і настрочити, прокладаючи строчку.
In this case, the back panel, the facing made from the main material, but in a contrasting color, reinforced with adhesive.
Припуски швів надсікти, не доходячи до строчки 1 мм в кутах. Вивернути обшивку на виворотну сторону основної деталі. Край виправити.
And the pocket piece with fold lines marked, along with the pocket lining.
З утворенням канта 1 мм. З утворенням канта 1 мм. Припрасувати основну деталь. З виворотної сторони вкласти кишеню, урівнюючи верхній край кишені і верхній край прорізу.
The upper edge of the patch pocket is pressed along the marked lines, folded, and stitched 1 millimeter from the inner fold.
І заколоти. І ми з вами отримаємо з лицьової сторони.
The facing is then placed on the main panel according to the markings and stitched 7 millimeters from the edge. The seam allowances at the corners are trimmed to 1 millimeter. The facing is turned to the wrong side, and the edge is pressed to form a 1 millimeter piping along the contour. The pocket and the slit opening are aligned and pinned together, ensuring that all the edges match. On this sample, you can see the contrasting piping on the front, clearly showing the rectangular shape of this non-standard pocket. The next step is to stitch the edges of the pocket lining with a 10 mm seam and overlock the seam allowances. The final result imitates a patch поcket, but features a rectangular slit, which is why it is called a non-standard inset pocket that mimics a patch pocket.
Нестандартна прорізна кишеня, яка імітує накладну кишеню.